That's why you didn't get elected.
Do they need to be regulated like do they need to be regulated?
Marco Rubio the snake. Little frat boy here.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Who are you, man?
Yeah,
Who's
sure.
this guy? I swear to God, I
You
don't know
better
who
hope
you
you
are,
get
man.
deplatforming. Tens of millions of views.
InfoWars.
Bigger than Rush Limbaugh. He knows who InfoWars is. Playing this joke over here. That's why, and the deplatforming didn't work.
But here's the question. Here's a question.
Don't touch me again, man. I'm asking you not to touch me.
Well, sure, I just patted you nicely.
I know, but I don't want to be. I don't know
You want me to get arrested?
I don't know who you are.
It's not just going to take my
You're not
First
gonna get
Amendment.
arrested, man. You're
It's
not
not
gonna
just
get
enough to
arrested.
take my
I'll
First
take care of it
Amendment.
myself.
Oh, he'll beat me up.
I didn't say that.
I know I am, but he's so mad. You're not going to silence me. You're not going to silence America.
But there are people.
You are literally like a little gangster thug. Right? But then he doesn't know about InfoWars being banned.
There are people in this country.
Rubio just threatened to physically take care of me.
There are people who
Look at
feel
that.
that they're being
We already got rid of my First Amendment, but it's already going on here.
Another thing is to
The
say
Democrats
we're
are
gonna go
raping the
after free
Republicans.
speech.
He doesn't know about the top news story in the country.
About how they, because at some point someone
The
has to make a
Democrats are raping
determination what's the
Infowars.
difference, but they don't become
Infowars.com, better than
agents
ever.
of authoritarian
I
because
wonder why Rubio got so mad at me and threatened me
there's
physically.
a balance.
Poor
between-
Rubio.
I'm sorry, we gotta get
Yeah, man, I gotta go to the committee. You guys can talk to this clown.
Oh yeah, look at this little frat boy, so cool. Back to your bathhouse. Compromise at the bathhouses. There goes Rubio, little punk. Anyways, you gotta love people that come from authoritarian regimes.
Wait, I can't take it. Ouch! Ow! Don't move. Ow! Ow! Wait, ow! I'm sorry, it hurts.
Next time you move, you're gonna mess up your tattoo because I'm fixing to commit to it.
Okay.
All right.
Ow! 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 Wait. I can't take it.
You'll mess up
Tony!
your tattoo.
Sorry, the hasn't even started yet. Oh!
Carol Tan Wong, rest in peace. And as she told us, one day we shall be together again. Thank you.
My name is David Small, and I can't tell you how touched I am by the thoughtfulness and the depth of what you said. I mean, it's really touching. I hope nobody takes offense at this, but I'm not affected by this, but I see that the smoke in the church, in the Asian churches, is so prevalent that I gag when I go inside. And I'm not sure if this is a factor, but I think it is a factor in this woman's plight and stress and fight for her life, which I know she did because she loved her family. I can tell from listening to you. So I'm proud to be here. It's really an honor. My girlfriend, I just came with my girlfriend. I don't know anybody here. I don't know your mother. I remember, I forget her name, but I know she's a good friend of this woman here. That's a good friend of my girlfriend, Apple. And Apple had some remorse that she wasn't able to come the other day, but anyway, I hope what I've told you about the smoke in the church is not taken in offense. I mean, it's your culture. But it's so strong. I'd like to see an effort to change that, because I think it's a risk.
The very reason to have a commandment is because certain people in your community are behaving in a particular way, presumably.
Right.
There's no commandment not to take your head and shove it in a meat grinder.
Yeah, man, y'all see what's going on, man. Got the motherfucking zoo crew in the house. Little crack back there. Sis Rainer. I'm drop this beat one time real quick. Go the fuck in before the motherfucking world splits. Little crack wanna talk while I'm motherfucking recording shit. Fuck it. Here's what we're gonna do, right? Face up or lace up, I'm bout that shit. A 7 on top and underneath is a 6. The rap game and tag game, I'm killing that shit like Pennywise and Killer Clown from Stephen King's The It.
London. My question follows on from the German romantic thing. Can you talk a bit about your German roots and the Gothic aspect to this film? And also you mentioned...
Gossip?
Gothic.
Oh,
and also you mentioned...
Yeah, okay.
You mentioned in a Danish film magazine also about your interest in the Nazi aesthetic, and you talked about that German roots at the same time. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yes. The only thing I can tell is that I thought I was a Jew for a long time, and was very happy being a Jew. Then later on came Susanne Bier, and then suddenly I wasn't so happy about being a Jew. No, that was a joke. Sorry. But it turned out that I was not a Jew, and even if I'd been a Jew, I would be kind of a second-rate Jew, because there are kind of a hierarchy in the Jewish population. But anyway, I really wanted to be a Jew, and then I found out that I was really a Nazi, because my family was German, Hartmann. Which also gave me some pleasure. So I'm kind of
Sir,
I what can I say? I understand Hitler, but I think he did some wrong things. Yes, absolutely. But I can see him sitting in his bunker in the end. But there will come a point at the end of this. There will come. I will. No, I'm just saying that I understand. I think I understand the man. He's not what you would call a good guy, but I understand much about him, and I sympathize with him a little bit. Yes, but come on, I'm not for the Second World War, and I'm not against Jews. Susanne Bier is no, not even Susanne Bier. That was also a joke. I am, of course, very much for Jews. No, not too much, because Israel is a pain in the ass. But still. How can I get out of this sentence?
by another question. Here's your salvation.
I just want to say about the art of the. I'm very much for Speer. Speer I liked. Albert Speer I liked. He was also maybe one of God's best children, but he had some talent that was kind of. Possible for him to use during. Okay, I'm a Nazi.
Completely different note. Peter Howell, Toronto newspaper. A question for Mr. Von Trier. Mr. Von Trier, Melancholia, would you consider this your answer to the Hollywood blockbuster? And if not, could you envision doing a film on a grander scale than this?
On a grander scale? Yeah. Yeah, that's what we Nazis, we have a tendency to try to do things on a greater scale. Yeah, maybe you could persuade me into the final solution with journalists. No, I'm
well, on that very, very strange note, I'm afraid our time is up. Thank you very much, you all, for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, Lars, that was intense.
I want to know if you really understand what it is that you are preaching.
I'd like to make up a reading comprehension test for these kids to see if they really.
You're not on mic, so.
This student's an A student in the school.
Could you maybe give me a Bible verse?
Oh, that doesn't mean
interpret it or something?
Yeah, could you preach for us and then tell us what it is you mean?
Biblically.
Both ways. Could you, Duffy? Could you? In your own word.
But you want me preaching it?
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Well, there's a verse. You want him to preach?
Yeah.
Get up and preach. Get up and preach.
Yeah, go ahead. Stand up right where you are if you want to. Go ahead.
Jeffy, do you want to preach?
If you want to. If you don't want
to,
to,
the audience shouldn't be able to intimidate you into this. If you want to do it, it's up to you.
Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed.
Okay, now, wait a minute, wait just a minute, please. People want to know what that means that you just said. In your own word, tell us, what does that mean?
It means just what it says.
Don't yell it to us. Tell us what that means. I've never read the Bible, let's pretend, and I don't understand that type of language. Tell me how that applies in my own life.
Well, why I'm screaming is the Bible definition of preaching is Isaiah 58:1. It says, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up your voice like a trumpet."
Stay away from the Bible, Duffy.
Tell us in your own words.
How do you stay away from the Bible if you're going to preach, though?
The Bible says you're to speak as the oracles of God. If you don't want to talk the way this Bible talks, you should keep your mouth shut.
Okay, yes, ma'am. We still, but you understand what people are saying. They want you to interpret what you just said, Duffy.
The Bible says, does not interpretation belong to God? Genesis chapter 40. Read it.
I understand that, David. What we're saying is, though...
My name is Nathaniel. I'm 27 years old. And I'm in a serious relationship with my car.
Morning, baby. My handsome man.
Nathaniel is in a committed relationship with a car that he's named Chase. He met Chase in a resale lot about 5 years ago.
Love you, baby. It was love at first sight. His body and then his interior and everything just together just seemed to fit. And I just felt an instant connection.
Nathaniel's obsession first developed as a teenager when he would build model cars. But he didn't find true love until he met Chase.
I find this part of him the most sexy just because of the subtle lines and curves. I'll give him a kiss here and just kind of caress him down the side.
My initial reaction was, I was kind of shocked. It was kind of weird because it was just hard to understand.
Honestly, I don't know why I feel the way I do, but I just absolutely love Chase. We always have such a good time together. He likes a lot of the same music I do. We have a favorite song. It's Can't Fight This Feeling by REO Speedwagon. I do get him gifts, how you'd buy something for your fiance or your wife, and then usually for his birthday, I try to do something special for him too. The favorite date would be going to the Lookout area. Just lean against him a little and just be with him mainly. Love you.
But Nathaniel's relationship with Chase goes beyond dates and presents.
We have our times when we get sexual.
Does that feel good? You're a handsome man. Love you, baby.
What we do the most often is I like to lean over his fender and across his hood and do little things like that and kind of press up against him and rub against him like that. One of his more bold positions is for me to be underneath him. He really likes that. It's very special to make love to Chase.
Love you.
I am worried for my friend because it's not normal, and you may have people that don't understand and make fun of you.
Nathaniel's so attached to Chase, he rarely lets anyone else drive him, and never lets Chase out of his sight for more than 24 hours.
There have been times it brought tears to my eyes because I wasn't with him at work. His picture's on my desktop, so I see his face all the time. It really bothers me when he gets dinged or scratched. If something were ever to happen to Chase, my heart would just stop. I just have to gather myself here. I'm sorry for all that.
I am concerned for Nathaniel emotion-wise. I think life would be easier if he did change.
Love you.
Nathaniel's roommate Kim is one of the few people who know the full extent of his love life.
I guess the reason I don't tell a lot of people is because I don't know the response I'm going to get. I always worry about that little bit of disgust that somebody may have.
But Nathaniel's biggest fear is how his relationship could affect his career as a customer service technician.
I mean, if everybody found out, I'd be worried that it may affect my job. But I love him to death. I wouldn't trade him for the world.
Good night, baby. Love you.
Overcomes every other demographic advantage Hillary has.
Come sit in your lap.
Oh, Jesus.
How's
Jesus
it going?
Christ. Hey, Alex Jones, how you
Good
doing?
to see you, man. You're looking sexy.
All right.
Hey, how's the revolution going? You guys starting the revolution?
We are indeed, Alex. The revolution is afoot. Welcome to the Young Turks.
The overthrow of America is not.
I am going to restore American democracy along with progressives and conservatives in this country.
All right. Well, I gotta tell you, I am really, really proud to be here with you. It's good to meet you in person.
I don't think.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing okay.
You like all our Hillary for Prison shirts everywhere?
No, I kind of despise it.
What shirts are they? I haven't seen any of them.
You haven't seen? Oh my God! You didn't see me? I don't exist. If you didn't see me,
I'm not.
All right, guys. Okay. Here,
Look at this.
let me
I
see.
got a new shirt for you right here. It's rape. It's Bill Clinton that says rape. Oh God, hide that immediately. That's the big no-no that Roger Stone's banned.
All right,
for.
you want to take my show over? I'll take your show
Sure,
over.
go ahead.
Okay, you know what? Who does this kind of shirt? First of all, a sick guy. Second of
Bill
all,
Clinton's not a rapist, folks.
No, you know who's accused in
Get
court
her, Stone,
papers.
come on.
You know who's accused in court papers of being a rapist? Donald J. Trump. Donald Trump, Roger Stone. You know that. It's in court papers.
Oh, yeah?
And you're a sick dude, Roger Stone.
Hey, I want to have a rant off with you right now.
You assault me all the time. You never give me a chance to respond.
Oh, yeah, well, I should give you a hatchet job. A job
We'll
to
share, we'll share the
respond.
mic.
You're a
Come on in.
sick man, Roger
Come on,
Stone.
you're a liar. Roger,
no,
get in here.
you're the world's
Well, get him
biggest
in here.
liar.
Get him in here.
Didn't you admit that you lied about Elliot
Get up here
Spitzer?
right now.
Didn't you already admit that?
You're
you
not
piece
afraid of him,
crap?
are you? You're not
a piece
afraid of him.
crap.
Get him in here.
And first of all, Alex, this ain't your fucking show.
I know.
Okay?
No.
And
Oh, so you're
Roger,
afraid to
it
debate?
certainly ain't your fucking
Are you
show.
afraid? He wants to debate you right now.
I'm not going to debate this guy. You're a hatchet man. I don't know why anyone in the media takes you seriously. All you do is lie. You're known as the biggest liar in media. You're the biggest liar in media.
There's nobody watching your show, dude.
Don't get too mad. We gotta have a.
All right. Well, first of all,
He's actually mad. You're actually really upset. I think you should have come to debate it. That's true.
All right.
Once you get out of here, Alex.
All right. We got to continue the show.
Hey, man, nobody watches you. We know nobody watches you. You need the
Saudi
ratings.
Arabians aren't funny enough. Your little jihad.
Hey, first of all, let me explain something, all right? Okay, this is bullshit. Okay, hold on. We're against Saudi Arabia, you dumbass! We talk about that all the time.
Oh, really?
We talk about that all the time.
Oh,
You don't know shit. What do you think, the lizard people are in charge?
No.
Is that what you think?
Hey, you're pissed. We're kicking
Bilderbergs?
your ass.
Is that what you
You're
think?
the anti-liberal and you're pissed.
Bullshit.
We're being nice here.
You know what I care about? I care about the American people.
Good. You're the one flipping out. Anybody hurt? I'm not.